Hi everyone, it's Dr. Teresa Rispoli, and I'd like to welcome you to the anti-inflammatory autoimmune diet. And the reason that I'm hosting this class is because we're having an epidemic of autoimmune issues. And we're talking from children with autism to adults with dementia. Where is this all coming from? Well, first of all, the gut is the gateway to health, but it's also the gateway to many of these problems that we have in our body. Now, what are we going to do about it? Well, first of all, we have to look at what's triggering inflammation in the body, because inflammation is what causes most of these diseases. So you might ask, well, where are these coming from? They're coming from our diet pretty much. A lot of it can be stress. Yes, stress can be a key indicator, but diet is really the culprit. So what are inflammatory foods? Well, the first three that come to my mind, and this is something that you really want to take note of. Number one is wheat. Why wheat? Well, wheat triggers zonulin, and zonulin has been proven. There's actually studies that show that zonulin will affect the motor complexes in our small intestines, causing leaky gut and also causing SIBO, because what it does, it shuts down the migrating motor complexes, and then you have the stasis that happens with SIBO. But it also causes inflammation through the entire GI tract. So when you have inflammation in the entire GI tract, that triggers leaky gut. Now what happens with leaky gut? Well, with leaky gut, you have these tight junctions that should be tight. They begin to unravel and open. And there's like 3 gates that happen here. So once these open up, it allows things to come through the small intestine's barrier into our bloodstream. Once they're in the bloodstream, underneath the bloodstream, you've got a whole host of areas that can be affected. The entire body can be affected. So then you start to get things like autoimmune disease, because you've got inflammation attacking different areas of the body. So autoimmune disease is the body attacking its own self-tissue. And why does this happen? Because things are coming in through the leaky gut border into our entire body because you ate that wheat, or you ate that dairy, or you had sugar. These are all inflammatory foods that humans shouldn't eat, period. Humans don't have the enzyme, first of all, to break down wheat. And humans are the only people that drink milk after they're an infant, so come on. And sugar is extremely inflammatory, and it causes pain and inflammation throughout the entire body. Now, once the barriers have been broken, you've got a gut-brain connection. Well, the brain barrier becomes broken too. So now you have leaky brain. So there's a brain-gut and a gut-brain connection. And so what does that mean? Well, with these children with autism, it's coming from the gut. It's coming from bacteria in the gut that are causing inflammation that's going up to the brain and causing inflammation in the brain, and then mechanisms we'll get into in a minute. Now also with Alzheimer's. So we're seeing it in children and we're seeing it in adults. So we have a huge epidemic going on in the country, and it's affecting all generations. And this is serious. This is some serious stuff. So I'm going to get into this in a minute, but I want you to join the webinar, and I'll give you a lot more information about all of this.